Imagine walking outside, gazing up at the night sky, and seeing a formation of drones silently hovering above your neighborhood. They're not just passing through, they're watching, probing, and then disappearing without a trace. They're creating a web of surveillance that the public can feel piercing everyone's privacy. What's their purpose? Who's behind them? And why now? From suburban towns to military bases, these sightings are increasing, and the answers remain as elusive as the drones themselves. Let's dive into the facts, theories, and chilling questions that no one seems willing to answer. Yet. New Jersey is no stranger to the strange, but this, it's next level. Over the past month, numerous residents in Bergen, Passaic, and Morris counties have reported large, sophisticated drones zipping through the skies. Some describe formations of up to 5 drones flying in eerie synchronization. Others claim they've seen larger ones, the size of small vehicles, gliding silently above treetops. I couldn't believe my eyes, one alarmed resident exclaimed. It was hovering, just watching us. I grabbed my phone, but as soon as I did, it shot off faster than anything I've seen. And it's not just civilians noticing. Local police departments are overwhelmed with calls, and even experienced officers are baffled. One lieutenant from Bergen County admitted, "We don't have the technology to track these things. By the time we're alerted, they're gone." What makes this more unnerving? The drones seem to have specific targets. Witnesses have observed them over critical infrastructure, government buildings, and even schools. Is this mere coincidence, or is there a more calculated reason behind their movements? Hold that thought, because we'll revisit their mysterious destination soon. While residents are demanding answers, so are local leaders. Governor Phil Murphy recently held a press conference, acknowledging the sophisticated nature of the drones, but admitted, "We don't know where they're coming from or who's operating them." Mayors from across the state, including Washington Township's Matthew Morello, have expressed frustration. Morello went as far as to call for drone pursuit units equipped to follow these intruders to their origins. But here's the catch. Why haven't federal agencies already deployed their advanced tracking tools? This is a matter of public safety, and we need answers from the federal government now. Could there be a reason for this hesitation? Some speculate that law enforcement and intelligence agencies already have a clearer picture than they're letting on. Others believe they're just as in the dark as the rest of us. And the million-dollar question, if they're withholding information, what's the reason? Amid the rising tension, speculation about the drone operators has become a hot topic. Are they tech-savvy, pranksters, rogue hobbyists, or something more sinister? Residents have reported seeing drones that appear far more advanced than typical consumer models, leading some to believe they might be military-grade or custom-built by highly skilled individuals. Recent footage captured by a local resident shows a drone maneuvering in ways that suggest sophisticated piloting skills. Experts who have reviewed the video say it's unlikely an amateur could achieve such precision. This raises a chilling possibility. Could these drones be operated by foreign agents or domestic extremists? The lack of concrete information only fuels more theories, yet one thing is clear. The mystery operators are well-equipped and highly elusive, making them difficult to track and apprehend. As investigations deepen, the stakes grow higher, and the urgency for answers intensifies. Each passing day without resolution adds another layer of complexity to this already perplexing situation. The clock is ticking, and both officials and the public are desperate for answers. The growing mystery of unauthorized drones has reached a new level of urgency, with direct implications for public safety and emergency services. A recent incident in Branchburg Township, New Jersey, has raised alarms after a medevac helicopter was forced to divert due to drones encroaching on its landing zone. This emergency aircraft was responding to a critical medical situation, yet the presence of the drones disrupted its mission and endangered lives. The helicopter had no choice but to reroute to a different location, delaying the life-saving care it was transporting. This chilling event highlights a crucial question. Are these drones a deliberate threat, or is this negligence spiraling out of control? Local and federal agencies are under pressure to act as these aerial intrusions become increasingly frequent, not only endangering emergency responders, but also risking collisions with civilian and commercial aircraft. The Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, has responded by implementing temporary flight restrictions in some affected areas. However, the mystery remains unsolved. Who is operating these drones, and to what end? While some suspect rogue hobbyists or experimental tech, others raise the specter of malicious intent, possibly testing vulnerabilities in U.S. airspace. As the skies over New Jersey grow increasingly crowded with the web of unauthorized drones, public concern is mounting. Residents are not only worried about their safety, but are also questioning the effectiveness of current regulations and enforcement. Social media platforms are buzzing with videos and posts capturing these mysterious drones in action, often accompanied by anxious comments and speculations. In a recent town hall meeting in Branchburg Township, the atmosphere was charged with frustration and fear. Local citizens demanded answers from their officials. One resident exclaimed, "This isn't just a nuisance anymore. It's a threat to our lives and our community. What will it take for real action to be taken?" The sentiment was echoed by many, as people shared personal stories of near misses and disrupted lives. Parents are particularly worried about the implications for their children. Schools have issued warnings to keep an eye out for drones during outdoor activities, adding another layer of anxiety for families. The community is calling for stricter measures and more transparency from authorities. Experts warn that this issue isn't going away anytime soon. Drone technology is advancing rapidly, and the accessibility of these devices means that anyone with a few $100s can become a potential threat. The question on everyone's mind is, are we prepared to handle this new era of airborne uncertainty? As the authorities scramble to keep up, the public remains in a state of heightened vigilance, awaiting the next move in this unfolding mystery. Will the skies over New Jersey clear, or is this just the beginning of a more complex and dangerous chapter? Stay with us as we delve deeper into the implications of these drone sightings and what they could mean for our future. This isn't just happening in New Jersey. Across the pond in England, drones have been spotted over key RAF bases, including Lakenheath and Mildenhall, home to U.S. nuclear assets. Sound familiar? It mirrors sightings from the 1980s, when UFOs were reported near nuclear weapon sites. Back then, military personnel described strange crafts disabling nuclear warheads and flying off undetected. Is there an expanding surveillance web of drones watching and mapping our moves and communications? Could today's drones be testing modern defenses, or is history repeating itself with a new technological twist? Nick Pope, a former UFO investigator for the UK's Ministry of Defence, suggests the drones might be foreign espionage tools. If adversaries like Russia or China are involved, it's likely through indirect channels, perhaps supplying local operators to gather data under the radar. He said, "But why would these nations take such risks? Could the drones be preparing for something bigger? Or is this a case of overactive imaginations? And what if it's not foreign adversaries at all?" Let's get into the rabbit hole. While some experts lean toward foreign espionage, others raise an eyebrow at the timing and scale of these incidents. A growing number of skeptics believe this could be a false flag operation. Here's how the theory goes. The drones are part of a covert domestic agenda, meant to create an illusion of external threats. Why? To justify massive military spending, or the rollout of invasive surveillance technologies. Whenever there's a mystery like this, you have to ask, who benefits? If the answer is defense contractors, it's worth a closer look. But let's not jump to conclusions. Could it be that the simplest explanation, a group of irresponsible hobbyists, is the correct one? Governor Murphy suggests that while commercial drones can't be ruled out, the sheer scale and sophistication of these sightings point to something far more complex. The big question remains, what happens next? The FBI claims it's investigating, but months of sightings have yielded no public results. Are we looking at a deliberate cover-up, a genuine intelligence failure, or something else entirely? Residents are growing restless, law enforcement is frustrated, and officials like Governor Murphy are demanding federal resources to step up the investigation. But what if these drones never land? What if the mystery deepens instead of resolves? Stay with us as we explore the most shocking theories yet. So, where does that leave us? Are these drones the work of foreign powers testing our vulnerabilities? A covert operation designed to manipulate public perception? Or could they signal something even stranger? A phenomenon we can't yet explain. The truth is, the answers may be closer than we think, or hidden in plain sight. What do you believe? Could this be a wake-up call for governments worldwide, or just another unsolved mystery for the history books? Let us know your theories in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe. The sky's the limit, literally, and we're just getting started. Cheers!